All right, so it's an ashy Saturday mid-morning. We got wildfires that way, I think, and so really cloudy. Really probably shouldn't be out here, but it's not too bad. Can't really breathe it in. But there is ash all over my solar panels. This morning, I'm getting all my wires laid out to actually connect my solar panels. So what we have here is we have 12 panels, and I'm doing 2 arrays. In each array are 2 sets of 3 panels. So 3 panels are wired together in parallel, which means you go positive to negative, and each one of them to basically make one big, huge panel. And then the other 3, the same thing. And then we connect those together in series. So it basically ups the voltage, takes the voltage from both and brings it up higher. And so the wires that they send, they have let's see if we can do this, MC4 connectors. This is because I broke the housing. They have the MC4 connectors on one side, but then they're just bare wire on the other side. That way you can cut it to length. We're being very careful to make sure that we are doing equal on positive and negative so that they run properly. And we've ran them down into the bus and then down into our electrical bay, and we'll have a bunch left over there. And I was a little worried because the tools that I have, this is from when we built the small bus. I have a really good wire crimper here, but it only goes from 8 gauge to 1/0 gauge. And I'm like, oh, well, these are 10 gauge, because that's what solar wires typically are. I'm like, well, I'm just gonna use the 8 gauge and I'll double crimp it or something and figure out to make sure that the connectors are good as I wire up my own MC4 connectors. So I do a couple and it was working perfectly fine. And as I was trimming down the next bit of wire, I remembered that I bought 8 gauge wire because I needed a bigger gauge because of the length, because this is 30 feet or so. And so that we didn't have so much voltage drop. So it worked out just fine. So hopefully by the end of this, I'll have all these wired up. I will wait to actually connect the lines to the panels, so I got them all taped down to where they're going to be till tonight, actually, because you're not supposed to connect things under load. And so while the panels are out here, they're pulling in energy, and so they're under load. I could cover them up with a tarp or whatever, but I'll just wait till tonight, come up here, connect them all, and we'll be good to go. Cheers.